Hi there, this is Artsy Wisdom. My name is Diane. Thank you for coming by. I am still, it's warm. It's still warm here. It's a little less hot than yesterday, but man, oh man. And we've got so much wildfire smoke over the lake. You know, depending on where the wind blows, it comes from different parts up in the northern provinces. There's always wildfires here, but because climate is getting warmer or more extreme, colder and warmer, um, there's more wildfires, sadly. I think things are going to change over time. It's going to take like decades, though. Patterns have been this way where we have extreme heat and cold during periods of time, but the humans have created some very powerful impact on the planet. And it will take some decades to not even reverse, but shift. Eventually, we're going to have another ice age, but you and I won't be alive by then. So, okay. I am going to go back into the political realm. My last video, I looked into why Joe Biden did what he did and bowed out, which we all have to respect his courage. I do anyway. And he did the right thing for the country. And it was really hard for him. And like I said, he and Bo communicate often, his son who's passed on, and Bo gave him the courage to put his sword down and move forward and say it's okay. And you know, it was a lovely relationship here on earth and beyond, and they'll continue that one day. So, all right, I'm going to look into it's Kamala, not Kamala. It's Kamala Harris. And I mean, things have flipped overnight. She's getting like buku donations, and it's a funny thing because now Biden won't be the oldest. Now she'll be the young thing, and Trump will be the old man. So I think that's very interesting. And some of you, or many of you, know that I have not been the biggest fan of hers, because I feel sometimes she's inauthentic or she's too on. And I don't know if she makes decisions, what she makes her decisions based on. But that being said, I am all in. I wouldn't vote for anything but a Democrat this time around. We absolutely need to fight against it's not the Republicans, but the Trumpers, the MAGA people. Republicans, conservative government, I have no issue with, but they're not running for positions or candidacy this time. So, so that is that. And then I'm also going to look at how the next couple months will go. The sun is going into Leo today, I think, or late tomorrow. And so this period of time, this time of year, everything's a little bit more dramatic. It can go anywhere between really fun and exciting and childlike and playing and vacations and, love, taking risks, to too much drama, crazy, and too many ambitions where you almost put other people's needs behind you and your needs come first. Sometimes that can be it, but that's just right now. That's the worst and best times of Leo. I think let's shoot for the fun and joyful times and playing with your kids or grandkids or being a kid. That would be a good thing to do and use this time for the next month. Did see her very happy, and I know they got a lot of funds. They got that money, and they're going to continue to do that because the donors, which I've said in the past, are not. They make me mad because they seem to be ruling Washington, or they are ruling. Not seem, they are. Donors and lobbyists. Money is the bottom line. Money. But she's going to be a breath of fresh air for a lot of Democrats because we've had Biden for the last 4 years. And I think everybody was hoping he would just get more vibrant or at least show more vibrancy. And I love Joe, but yeah, he was elderly. unfortunately. But I hope I can see him having enough energy moving towards that election, and he is going to just do his presidential duties. He is going to finish those. He is not going anywhere, and I feel like also has a renewed sense of vibrancy in regards to his goals. Now he's got this time limit. I'm gonna get this and this done, and I know he's competing with Senate and congressional back and forth, but I feel like he's gonna really try and fit in a bunch of stuff before he goes. And yeah, so that's good. I feel like it's kind of a win-win. All right, so this is my lovely little, it's not a little, it's called it's clear quartz, but it has a rainbow inclusion. It's hard to see, and even if I tried to show it to you, I don't think I could, but that's there. I'm going to pull some cards, and I am going to look into how the public is going to continue to receive Kamala. Why do I say Kamala? Kamala. Miss Harris, our VP Harris. How is she going to be continued to be received by the public? Because I know there's certain people that, like, I was included in that. We're not super fans. But, and I found out I looked at her birthday. She's October 20th, 64. So she's a late Libra, almost a Scorpio, and she's only a few years younger than me. So she'll be 60 this year. I gave away my age there. Did you notice that? Anyway, so the public, I'm going to just close my eyes for a second and check in. I think everybody's holding their breath. I sense a big orange ball, like I said, for the sign of Leo right now. There's a big optimistic orange and yellow. It feels optimistic, and it's like, feels positive. There's a large energy around her, and it feels expansive. And immediately got that for this period of time, for the next month at least. There will be things in September in regards to Trump getting, I know he's going to appeal his sentencing or his conviction, his felony convictions for the money fraud campaign stuff, hush money stuff. He's going to have a say somehow. She's going to have, not that she can control that, but I do feel because of her previous life as a prosecutor, something's going to happen with that. And they're going to attack her. The Trumpy people are just lining up to figure out all these things that they can attack her on. But the good thing about her not being very visible is, except for the immigration, the border, a few little things, I feel like, not that those are little, but she hasn't been in view that often, so there's not a lot to pick her apart about, except for maybe her sex, nationality. She's kind of beigey brownish, and that might be too scary. Oh, by the way, I sure hope she picks, and this is all because I feel the Democrats need to win. For general public, I feel like she needs to pick somebody at least, her age or younger, a white man who is sort of central, not as so progressive. Was not center leaning, not right or left, a Democrat. I love Andy Beshear of Kentucky, but I don't think he's going anywhere. And Manchin, I think, was trying to maybe be a nominee, but I think she's going to be the nominee. Let me just see let's see what this says. The Hierophant, yeah. So it's pretty much set in stone. It's been, the Hierophant is like the Pope, you're being blessed by the Pope. So I feel like it's I don't want to say divine thing, but everything's got its timing. Everything is in perfect order. So that's what I think. And it's just the season for her to be that. Okay. And so I think she needs to pick a white centrist Democrat male. We'll see who she picks. I don't even know who the availability is, so I'm not even going to attempt to look at that. Okay, public. Going back. Okay. They're holding their opinion, and I got the Fool card, but that is also a leap of faith, and it's you're willing to take risks. You're willing to go out on a limb and see what happens. And it's almost like this feeling of experimentation, but fun. You're apprehension, but excited. That's the feeling I have. 10 of Wands. Okay, so it, it feels like we have our duty. We're not sure what's going to happen, but the 10 of Wands in this deck, it's not like the other one where the guy's got all the wands on his back and he's suffering. She's got a lot of weight on her shoulders. But I do feel like this is the public. I asked, how are we perceiving her? We see her as having a lot of weight on her shoulders and that she's got to do all of these things for us. She's got to solve a lot of problems or be all that. And so that's for right now. Yeah, I do feel like we're being optimistic, or right now, everybody's just kind of waiting to make a judgment. I know the polls are kind of so far, but the more she's out there, I just feel like a lot of people will vote, or maybe I'm just hoping. Let me see. I know some commenters say I'm biased, and I used to, yeah, I am, so. It will be a tight race, but I still feel the Democrats are taking over the House and the Senate, believe it or not. Still, I said that before. I still feel like they will. I hurt my back. It's still killing me. Went to the island and we walked a lot, and I need to do more sit-ups and more leg lifts. It's hard getting older. But I do see her maintaining and growing her base. The more she's out there, and now she can get on the campaign trail and talk to people. Just has to be very careful. But I've said in the past, I follow that white ball of light going over with Joe Biden, his heart in there, like that is going to take us over the finish line. The Magician. So we went from the 0, 1, 1. 10 of Magician can be trick, but she's going to have to make magic. She's going to have to use all the tools in her toolbox for her campaign people. And actually, I hope she gets new ones from what she had before when she was running for president, because I think they did her a disservice, honestly. And the Empress, yeah. So people will start to see her as kind of I don't say a mother figure, but kind of like the Queen was, not the Queen, but a queen type character with the maternal, but in a more structured, leaderly way, not very soft. In fact, I know sometimes I see people as desserts or foods. So I Kamala. I said I started to see what would she be as a dessert, and roasted vegetables. It's not so fun, but there was definitely squash, like butternut squash, and it was caramelized, and it had some onions and maybe Brussels sprouts, maybe a little carrot, potatoes, definitely yellowy, orangey vegetables. But they were caramelized and delicious. So I don't know what that means. Roasted vegetables. Is she healthy? She is thinner. She looks like, but it was healthy for us. It's pretty straightforward, but delicious and good. So I took that as a positive sign. Joe was kind of a meringue. It was kind of losing its steam. But hers is roasted vegetables. But maybe we need healthy food. We don't just need sweets all the time and dessert. We need, you know, Trump's cake is on the ground and falling apart. And, oh, I didn't look into JD Vance and him. Oh, actually, JD. In fact, in the past, when I saw Nikki Haley being those licorice whips, she was sticking inside of his cake, and it was kind of like not even infecting him. This JD Vance, who I don't know if you guys watched that movie, Hillbilly Elegy, with Glenn Close and Amy Adams. If you come from any family with issues like that and addiction, it's totally understand. I get it. I totally understand it. It's kind of it's a movie showing the strength of that boy, him, I guess, as a child and getting through this difficult family, but also the love that his grandmother gave him and supported him in all the troubles and trials and tribulations. So it was good. It's melancholy is just the word I would put towards it. Meaningful. I liked it. I liked it better than some other things. Anyway, JD Vance, and I see him separate. I see Trump's cake, the chocolate cake broken in pieces on the floor, the orange ganache, or orange cake with chocolate ganache, and JD Vance is behind him. Like, what's her name? Nikki Haley was in front, because she was running for president or trying to get the nomination. JD Vance is behind him. He hasn't taken a form yet. I have to work on that. I don't feel like it. I don't want to just make up something. So, no. He's just there. He's sort of vaguely gray. I wonder if he doesn't feel like he can... It can't be. He doesn't feel like he can match up to him, or... He hasn't found his... It's like it's not solid yet. He hasn't figured out how to do that, or Trump doesn't want him. Maybe he wants him to be back over there. You can't really... Don't harsh my mellow. Don't block the sun. You know, I'm the sun. Kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe there's something like that. Anyway, so that is that. We are going to build up something with Kamala Harris, Vice President Harris. And it looks like we're at the beginning stages, obviously. But it's going to be good, and she's going to have to do some magic, and she will. And I do feel like this is new energy. Man, oh man, it feels so different right now. And I don't know if you guys feel that. The energy is so much more exciting with her there. I just hope it doesn't get messed up somehow. But I still feel like we're going to win, regardless, if she isn't liked by everybody. Because I think we're voting against Trump, or I would be voting against Trump, not for whoever. I might vote for a rock if that was just saying. Okay, and after this, I'm going to do, I watched an interview that Micah Miller, the one who supposedly unlived herself, her husband was a pastor. I'm going to do a video on that again, because I had seen her images in the moments when she decided to do what she did. And then I watched him with this interview from last week or something. And I guess he hasn't given interviews yet. Oh my goodness, he lies. So that validated me a lot. Oh, and thank you for whoever commented and validated some of the things I said about Beau and Biden. I forget whoever said that. I apologize. That was very nice of you, because sometimes when I see visions, sometimes when I have these visions, it's always lovely to know that they're accurate, or, you know, I hope they are. But like I said, they're experiments. They're my musings. And I get curious. So anyway, Micah Miller, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back into her energy. And I haven't traversed into Harry and Meghan in a while. It feels like it's just been kind of like everything I see is just kick them and crush them into the ground, especially Meghan. And I get tired of that feeling, so I don't want to live in that place. The only thing I'm thinking about doing is will they have a reunion with the family? That's where I'm going to go with that. And to see what the mood is there at their house and how things are going there, because I think what the impression is they want to give is different than maybe what the reality is. So I'm going to do that. So Micah Miller, Prince Harry, and Meghan Markle. And I will keep touching base, checking in, because things are probably going to be changing all the time. Kamala will be picking her VP here soon. So that'll be interesting, and I hope, like I said, and her and her roasted vegetables will move forward. All right. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for my subscribers. Please subscribe, share, and we will talk soon.